Now that storm last night, it dropped between 2 and 3 inches of rain in Boulder, raising concerns over potential flooding.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon live in Boulder along the creek path after talking with the city, Colette, about how they plan for these big rains.
That's right, and guys, the sky was gray today, but no rain so far this afternoon. Lots of rain last night, like Stacy was saying, and she was also telling me there's more rain expected tomorrow night. So the rain from Wednesday, though, it fills up in the ground. When it does that, it doesn't allow other water to absorb into the soil. That's what creates the potential for floods. And in 2013, Boulder had a flood that was so destructive, no one can forget it. The people who lived here definitely can't. For instance, where I'm standing right now along the Boulder Creek path, I would have been completely swept away by that water. And it's floods like that that hammer home the point of why Boulder needs such a special infrastructure in this city. Along the Boulder Creek path,
it's really a special place.
Are people like Mark Painter who love this city.
We're right at the base of the mountains.
A city that can be temperamental when it comes to the weather.
Worse floods every time we have a fire.
And nearly a decade ago, in September of 2013, Boulder was scarred by a flood it won't forget.
Pretty traumatic. Somebody died just about a half a mile from my house.
The city says more than 18 inches of rain fell, causing in some areas a 100-year flood event, meaning the chances that could happen on any given year are only 1%. By the Boulder Creek, the water reached the 50-year flood mark.
It was actually different across the city. It wasn't a 100-year event everywhere.
Boulder has the highest risk of flash flooding among all Colorado cities.
It was developed in the late 1800s.
That was before modern floodplain regulation, says Joe Tadeucci, the director of utilities for the city.
Like a lot of older cities, we're playing catch up.
Since the flood, a number of projects have been completed, like replacing large rocks along the middle of the creek, which slows how fast the water flows.
The 2013 flood was so extreme that it moved those big rocks that were the size of cars.
There's still some fear for residents when the skies turn gray.
Boulder has done a great job with its flood channeling, and it still isn't always enough.
But the improvements to their city, one of many reasons they stay.
While people are very careful and a little concerned, it's worth it. It's still worth living here.
To learn more, you can go to boulderfloodinfo.net. Live in Boulder, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
All right, Colette, the recent rain has helped our drought just a little bit. The U.S. Drought Monitor says 97% of the state is still considered abnormally dry. That's the same as last week. However, there are fewer areas of Colorado considered to be in a moderate or severe drought compared to last week. Now, the data was collected before Tuesday and Wednesday's storms, so next week's update could provide a little more promising picture.